Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am here today with a reading update. What I'm going to be working on this coming week, a little bit of a life update, rant situation, story time, and a gorgeous piece of birthday book mail that I got sent from Fiona at Reads and Eats. So let's get into it. So let's start with the reading update. In the last week, I can't remember if I talked to you about the Chocolate Factory Ghost, which I completed on my birthday, February 9th. I don't think I have talked to you about that. So let's see. There's a couple I don't think I talked to you about. Goodness gracious me. All right. So let's get back to Kwame Alexander's Light for the World to See. I completed this on February 7th. I was reading this out loud to my freshmen as they were completing, hello, Tennessee Whiskey, as they were completing their presentations. I was reading it out loud as a tie-in between our Civil Rights Unit and the Poetry Unit we are starting this week. Kwame Alexander is someone I've spoken about a lot on my channel. He is one of my favorite middle grade authors, but he does so much more. And this was a compilation of 3 poems that he wrote for ESPN. Let's see, NPR. And anyway, there are 3 longer poems that are just gorgeous and about the plight of the Black Lives Movement and the Take a Knee movement and all of that. We gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I completed Little House in the Big Woods, which was our classic children's literature book club book pick for February as we were reading along with the Little House, Laura Ingalls. We were reading for that readathon. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. It's cute, but it's several little vignettes, and I just wasn't that into it. Next, I completed The Chocolate Factory Ghost by David O'Connell and Claire Powell. This is a middle grade mystery, which I enjoyed. I gave it 3.5 stars. If you're looking for something fun, whimsical, and just a little bit ancient magical, I highly suggest you check it out. We do have March Mystery Madness coming up, and this is the first book in the Dundoodle Mysteries by David O'Connell. We follow Archie McBudge, and he and his mom are summoned to Honeystone Hall, which is in the remote Scottish village of Dundoodle. And then they find out that Archie not only inherited money and the hall from his great uncle that he really didn't know that existed, he inherited the world famous McBudge confectionery. So, new home, new fortune, his favorite candy, all rolled into one. But there's a problem. He's got to go through a series of tests, and the secret ingredient is missing, and someone might be trying to kill him. He finds a couple of really good friends. It's super cute. I am looking forward to reading the second book in the series. So, yes, is very much cute. And if you're looking for a middle grade book to read during middle grade March/March Mystery Madness, this one will work. Super, super cute. And like I said, I'm looking forward to book number 2. Next, I finished Pros and Cons by Stephanie Holmes. This was a 4 out of 5 stars. This was book 5. Yes, book 5 in the Nevermore Bookshop Mysteries series, which is a spicy, it would be a cozy, except it's not a cozy because lots of spice reverse harem situation going on. So if you like cozies, but you want a little extra, there you go. I can't really tell you much about it because there's a lot that we've discovered over the first few books. There are 9 books in this series. I'm currently reading book number 6, which I will talk to you about in a minute. And I intend to save book number 9, even if over the next 10 days I finish the other 3. I intend to save book number 9 for March. Next, I read House on Hoarder Hill by Kelly Nagai and Mika Leash. This was another middle grade mystery, and it does involve magic. And it follows. Hi, hello, please stop. It follows Hetty and Spencer, who go to visit their retired magician grandfather while their parents are going on a work trip right around Christmas. And they start getting messages like written out in magnets, written in dust. Things start happening, and they discover that, there's a talking mounted stag head and his best friend, the talking bear rug, are going to help them kind of unravel the mystery of what happened to their grandmother, who disappeared during one of their grandfather's magic tricks. She was his magician's assistant, and disappeared when their mother was about 1. I want to say she was a toddler. So they are trying to unwind that mystery. Again, I gave it 3.5 stars, and it is actually the first book in a series, which makes me very excited. I do intend to read more of them. I think there are 3 at the moment, and I intend to read more of them for March Mystery Madness. Next, I completed The Taming of the Shrew with my seniors. We read it, looked at the modernized language, and watched a play. We watched a stage play version of it. As luck would have it, the next 2 weeks, from today onward for the next 2 weeks, we are studying The Taming of the Shrew in my Shakespeare class for my PhD, and I get to present on it. So that's another thing I will be talking about in the currently reading for the next week. This is my favorite Shakespeare. I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. With my 8th grade, I completed reading Night by Elie Wiesel. So Night is the first in the Night trilogy. I've never managed to finish, or I've read Night 3 times now. I have never managed to convince myself to go on and read Day, and I believe the third one is called Dusk. I'm really not sure. But this is the narrative nonfiction memoir account of Elie Wiesel and his family during the Holocaust. They were taken to Auschwitz. He's the only one that survived it from his immediate family. So that is a 4 out of 5 stars for me. Not quite a 5-star, and I'm honestly not sure why. But there it is. And then I also read A Godly Exhortation and Fruitful Admonition to Virtuous Parents and Modest Matrons, describing the holy use and blessed institution of that most honorable state of matrimony, by Richard Greenham. This is one of the texts. It is a sermon text that is it was for my Shakespeare course. We study in cultural poetics, which means that we are looking at everything through the lens of what was happening at the time in religion, society, laws, etc. So this is one of the works that we read as a primary source to understand that. So I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. It was interesting. It is written in that mix of early Middle English situation, late 1500s. So it's a little difficult to get through, but it was interesting to see how he worded things. It's very much a patriarchal society, so that's you know, uh, that's what that is. Moving on, I will have something like that I am reading this week for Shakespeare class. I haven't looked to see yet what I need to read. I will also be rereading The Taming of the Shrew. So I've got this big bad boy. I don't actually have an individual copy of The Taming of the Shrew, and I don't understand why. It's my favorite. I have Othello, which is my other favorite, but for some reason I don't have The Taming of the Shrew. Along with that, like I said, I have my presentation coming up. So that's not it. Those are the articles she gave to us. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one has gender identities in The Taming of the Shrew, as well as the Journal of Early Modern Studies has several articles in it. And then I have a cat. That is a cat. I have a dissertation that was also discussing gender and The Taming of the Shrew and Shakespeare and all that, as we are looking at these things through a gendered lens this semester, because of course we are. So I'll be reading those. I am also currently listening to the audiobook of A Novel Way to Die by Stephanie Holmes, which is book 6 in the Nevermore Bookshop series. It was originally supposed to be the final in the series. However, since she put it out and declared that it was the final one, she has written and published 3 more. So there are actually 9 in the series. I just started it today because I didn't want to listen to the middle grade that I was working on. So the middle grade I'm working on is Sisters of the Lost Marsh by Lucy Strange. It's beautifully written and I'm enjoying it. It's very melancholy and I didn't want to do melancholy today. Elena and I have also started the next Nikki Thornton book, which is the Poisoned Pie mystery, which is actually not the one we were supposed to start. This is book 2 in the series. Unfortunately, when I looked at it, it said from the author of The Last Chance Hotel comes a brand new magical mystery. And so I thought it was the first in the new series, but it is not. The first in that series is called The Hanged something. Unfortunately, it's not on my saved list. I know that I saved it. And now I'm going to be highly perturbed. Anyway, we started this one and we're enjoying it. And it has a black cat on the cover. So 9 lives. This series and the Last Chance Hotel mystery series all include a cat named Nightshade who talks. It's another magical mystery series. So Elena and I started that one. Hi, hello. Which I don't get to listen to unless I've got her with me. So that's going to be slow going, but we are working on that. I'm sure I will have more books that I come up with throughout the week, but that is where I am at on my reading. So I am going to pause here. And if all you wanted was a reading update, you've got it. I'm sorry that there were so many to discuss. All right, so if you stuck around to hear the rant / life update, here you go. My car has been in the shop or in my dad's driveway for the vast majority of the last year. I got it back in May, drove it June, July, August, ended up hitting a piece of debris that was in the road, putting a hole in the oil pan. It was a whole thing full of shenanigans. Took us until December to find an oil pan to be able to order mid-December. It did not come in until the beginning of February. We finally got the oil pan on the car. The car was working. Dad came to school, dropped it off during 4th hour. Like I left my seniors wrapping up watching Act 4 of The Taming of the Shrew. Well, I ran out, gave him the keys to the truck, got my stuff out of his truck, and put it in my car. Super excited. Literally less than 24 hours later, as I am driving to work, there is a deer. Well, there are several deer. I come around a curve. It's a blind curve, so I know, slow down, watch very carefully, etc. I avoid hitting all of them until a yearling pops out, and he had to be 3-year-old buck, jumped, swung his butt around, and hit that curve at the front of the driver's side fender. So cracked my bumper, popped stuff out. Okay, not a huge deal. We're working, right? Dad's taped it up for me now. But as I'm dealing with that, I drive home. I'm like, oh, we get paid tomorrow and I have enough gas to drive home and get back to work. So I'm good. No big deal. Well, the paycheck did not hit before I got to work, so I couldn't put gas in the car in the morning. And my car does a really good job of getting me back to the gas station, right? I was like, I should be good to go. I'll be running on fumes at the gas station, but no problem. Well, apparently there was a problem. It's been sitting so long it got cranky at me, and so it died. Dad had to come out, put gas in the car. It is not great. Put it back in the shop. They checked. Everything's fine. It was just angry with me, which I would be too. Got a couple new tires on it. I got it back today. Great. However, this morning as we were going out to the truck to go to church and get my car back and give the girls to my parents for the week and all that jazz, the dog ran into Melody Raylynn, the 4-year-old, knocked her up into the air. She threw a shoe. Literally, her shoe goes flying off, lands on the edge of the porch, and proceeds to plop roll down the 3 cement steps. She's fine. She's got some bruising. I thought maybe we'd broken her arm, but she seems to be moving it. All right, we're watching it. She did hit her head. She's got some bruising there, but she doesn't seem to have a concussion. Just, and then my mom's cancer has progressed to the point where she has decided she cannot handle going to both Sunday school and services. And so Dad, starting today, is going between when he gives his Sunday school class and services and picking her up so that she's not trying to sit up through all that. So lots and lots going on, and today was just kind of pound after pound. But then I got in my car and I drove home, and it worked really well. On the way home, I knew, because Fiona had told me I needed to check my mail, I knew that she had sent me something. I was expecting a sweet card, maybe a piece of the stained glass that she does, or one of her cute cross-stitch bookmarks or something like that, right? Like, she told me she was sending me something, which I told her she didn't need to do 18 times, and she doesn't care because she's my sister from another mister, and she was just like, no, it's your birthday and you've had a lot going on. I'm sending you something. But I thoroughly believed it was going to be something small like that. This woman, knowing how much I love Pride and Prejudice, knowing that I have a whole shelf right there with several versions of Pride and Prejudice, got me Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice classic novel with recipes for modern tea time treats. So this is the novel. Look at this, absolutely gorgeous. This is the novel, and within the novel, there are Martha Stewart recipes for tea time. So, like, Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg's best friend. So you read through, just absolutely looks delectable. They did like sugar cookies and cakes and flowers and things. But you're reading through here, and in the middle of it, they have quotes, and then they have, get through the first section, and sugar and spice cookie recipe. or sugar and spice cake recipe. And then you go right on to chapter 5, and just throughout the whole book, you flip a page and cream scones with currants. I am absolutely looking forward to reading through this and making these treats as I do. Oh, Petit Fours. Okay. I had not read through this and looked at all the different recipes before coming on to tell you about how this book just made my whole day. But anyway, that is, oh, and yesterday, back to my rant. Yesterday, one of my truck tires was significantly lower than the rest. I thought it was about to blow or had a hole or something. Went to try to air it up so I could take the girls to get their haircuts. And the air pump was broken and just letting air out of my tire. So I had to go all around town trying to find another one. Found it. Tire aired up and has been working perfectly. So I have no idea if it just got colder than the rest of the tires or if someone randomly decided to let air out of one of my truck tires. But I got Pride and Prejudice with recipes for tea time. So we don't even care about that tire anymore. It's at Dad's house. He can worry about it. All right, guys, this has been a very long video, and I super appreciate it if you stuck around. I hope that you have an amazing week. Let me know if you've read any of these, want to read any of these, want to know more about any of these. Let me know how your weekend went. I would love to hear from you. Come talk to me in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. I'll see you again soon. Until next time, stay safe out there.